Some recognize him for at times being Ezekiel Elliott's replacement, but Dallas Cowboy fans know him as Tony Pollard. We'll dive deep into his total net worth, career, and free agent situation. You always have to start with the early stages of a player's life to fully understand them. Tony Randall Pollard was born in the heart of Memphis, Tennessee. He went to Melrose High School, where he adopted a passion for football and played both cornerback and wide receiver. During his high school years, Tony led the team to the playoffs and recorded 1,200 receiving yards and 20 touchdowns. Due to his impressive performances during high school, the University of Memphis scouted him and offered him a scholarship to play football. Tony accepted the scholarship and began his journey as a college football player. As a freshman, the running back achieved something that not many players in college do. Pollard ended up among the national leaders in kickoff return average yards during his first year. He averaged about 28.1 yards per return and 2 touchdowns off of returns, and for this reason, the talented football player won the AAC Special Teams Player of the Year award. But that's not all. After that, Tony became even more successful as he accumulated 36 catches for 536 yards and 30 carries for 230 yards. These stats were already pretty impressive for a college player, but to add to his fame, Pollard also repeated his honor of AAC Special Teams Athlete of the Year, recording 22 returns of 881 yards and 4 touchdowns. Things went great for Tony in college, and his career would only get better and better with every game. The year after, Tony finished the season with 78 catches for a total of 552 yards, 39 carries for 558 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Tony's college team played Wake Forest in the Birmingham Bowl, where he recorded 318 all-purpose yards. And in case you're wondering if Tony had an even better senior year, you'd be correct. During his senior season, Pollard shifted his focus to improving his punt and kick returns. The athlete tied an FBS record of 8 total touchdowns on kick returns during the 2018 season. But that's not all. Pollard also recorded 2,616 kickoff return yards. Not to mention the 4,680 all-purpose yards he recorded that year. What a run for Tony. As everyone who knew about him expected, Pollard declared for the NFL draft. With his stats presented, one would think he would end up being a second or third round pick. However, Tony wasn't chosen until the 4th round as the 128th overall pick. Pollard was selected by the Dallas Cowboys and started his new journey in the big leagues. Once he began to make a name for himself in the NFL, many football fans began to wonder about what he does off the field, like who he's dating, for example. Tony Pollard is currently in a romantic relationship with a gorgeous woman named Kanya Taylor. The couple has been together for quite a while now. In fact, the relationship between Tony and Kanya has already had its results as they gave birth to a beautiful daughter. However, there isn't much information about Tony's family since he is pretty private about it and prefers to live away from media and controversy. Tony lives an interesting lifestyle. Since he's a professional athlete, Pollard trains hard every day to stay in shape for every game. He usually works on his speed during different workouts like squats, jumps, and sprints. The NFL star has a strict diet. He only eats foods that are heavy in protein and vitamins. His diet features foods such as eggs, chicken breasts, grilled salmon, vegetables, and brown rice. Also, Tony is a fan of diet supplements that have protein and vitamins in them. The talented running back drinks green tea and enjoys eating goji berries as well. So knowing all of this, we can assume Pollard is a pretty healthy guy. However, even though he trains hard and eats healthy, there were times when it wasn't enough to avoid injuries. In 2021, Tony suffered a torn plantar fascia at his left foot during a 58-yard touchdown run against the New Orleans Saints. Luckily, Pollard had a pretty optimistic attitude about it all. They say once you get one of these, it actually heals better and you don't feel it as much. I'm waiting until I get to that point, Pollard told reporters about his injury. Despite having to watch from the sidelines during these hard times, Tony Pollard has had a pretty eventful career so far. Tony was lucky to find success quickly. In one of his first pro games against the Miami Dolphins, he finished with 103 rushing yards on 13 carries and 1 touchdown. Most fans agree that the Cowboys made an excellent choice drafting him. Pollard finished out his first season with 86 carries for 455 rushing yards, a very good start in a league like the NFL. Even though his 2020 season was similar to that of 2019, the talented running back still managed to record 435 rushing yards and 192 receiving yards. This is also when he was recognized as the main kick returner for the Cowboys with 766 total yards on kick returns. In 2021, Tony improved a lot more as a player, recording 719 yards rushing, 337 yards receiving, and Pollard has 489 yards on kick returns, and one of those was a 100-yard touchdown he landed while facing the Las Vegas Raiders. As of today, he continues to play through the 2022 NFL season. Tony has already achieved so much, recording 506 yards and 5 touchdowns on the season so far and counting. Besides, fans love to see a young athlete from a non-Power 5 conference team end up playing for the Dallas Cowboys. But Tony did much more than that. In fact, he's on the verge of becoming the star running back for the team. Tony has come a long way and has maintained decent stats over the years, so fans can say without a doubt that Tony Pollard has been paid what he deserves. Pollard has substantial wealth to his name. According to sources, Tony's total net worth is somewhere between $2 and $5 million. The athlete earns quite a reasonable amount in a year, with most of his salary coming from his NFL contract. Tony's deal with the Dallas Cowboys pays him a yearly salary of $796,945. However, in 2022, Pollard will get paid a base salary of $965,000 while carrying a cap hit of $1 million with a dead cap value of $166,000. His biggest paycheck was when he signed a 4-year deal with the Cowboys. The contract is worth $3 million and features a $667,780 signing bonus. That is a pretty decent amount for a backup running back. But Tony's agreement with the Cowboys is coming to an end, and he'll become a free agent after this season. Tony is looking to smash his career highs in several categories, so this only makes Dallas's decision a lot harder in 2023 as it considers its future regarding the running back position. Pollard's 5 rushing touchdowns so far in 2022 are currently a new single-season high. The Cowboys are very lucky to enjoy both Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott's skills. But that's only because Pollard is still playing on his rookie deal and counting just $1 million against the salary cap. This situation for the Cowboys is soon coming to an end, and the team will have to pick who they want to keep going forward with. The thing is, Tony Pollard has outclassed starting running back Ezekiel Elliott a few times this season, which has led to calls for more snaps. The Cowboys have been reluctant to follow through on those requests, and Tony is not entirely buying the reasoning. Pollard got the chance at lead back when they faced the Chicago Bears with Elliott injured, and he ran for 147 yards. However, he got just 14 carries, with running backs coach Skip Peete arguing that Pollard becomes less effective after 30 snaps. Pollard responded to that on Thursday and made it clear that he didn't see things the same way, but also didn't think Peete meant that 30 snaps was a hard limit. "I definitely can do more than 30 snaps," Pollard once said. "I'm pretty sure he didn't mean exactly a 30-play cutoff." Whatever Pollard thinks of the limit, it has been made quite clear that he has no shot at wresting the starting job away from Elliott. That may not be totally fair to him, but the Cowboys are clearly happy with what he's given them. If you like this video, then you should make sure to watch his teammate Ceedee Lamb's lifestyle video. Now, do you think Tony Pollard is currently one of the most dangerous running backs? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching.